honored to welcome Congressman Brian Donald, and Paulina, our elected officials, mayor, vice mayor, and neighbours and friends and families to Sunset Beach in Treasure Island. I was telling a friend that what I was doing today. He told me, I said who I was going to be standing up with. He said, for a guy with limited ability, you're not too bad for yourself. We are privileged and lucky that we call this paradise home. For 18 months ago, this was far from paradise that we see around us today. While we had experienced some storm damage in the past, nothing prepares you for the devastation that Mother Nature can inflict. On that unfortunate day, my house here on Treasure Island, as well as our business here at the beach, was severely damaged by the storm. It was a situation I wouldn't wish for my worst enemy, and it's very easy to feel sorry for yourself. When you have employees, neighbours, and family that need help, there's no time to feel sorry. This was when I saw the true threat to the community here on Treasure Island. Sunset Beach had a blanket of 5 feet, a minimum of 5 feet of sand everywhere. It took nearly 3 weeks before vehicles could drive around the roads. I met many of my neighbours. Normally under circumstances were busy that I wouldn't have met before, but people were constantly pulling wagons, giving out food, giving out water, and to everyone that needed help. It was a true spirit of Treasure Island and the neighbourhood beaches that got us through those dark days, and it's great to see so many of you here today. Paddy's, previously the Dreadfoot, has been here since the 30s. The front of the building, as you come in, is actually the original building that's been here. While the recovery has been really slow for us, it is the help of the community, our leaders that spoke in support of us to get the city to provide temporary facilities so we could operate. And we wouldn't have the 125 jobs back at Paddy's because we wouldn't have survived. We are very fortunate to be able to come out of pocket for the repairs, but I feel for many of my neighbours and local businesses who are not as fortunate. How insurance companies can get away with denying responsibility and saying that the wind didn't cause the flooding, I will never know. They have no problem taking our money, but when we need the coverage we signed up for, it just isn't there, we don't get it. Before I finish, I just want to thank Tommy Vasquez, Vice Mayor, Bobby Shinley, our chiefs, the city staff for putting all this together, my own staff, Melissa, Jimmy, and Gina, who were here at 6 o'clock this morning making sure everything was ready. And I'm glad to see you all here. For those of you who aren't here at Paddy's before, you're very welcome and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Adam Ross. I'm the Pinellas County Tax Collector, and it's an honor to stand up here with so many amazing. All tax collectors are.
I walked right into that one, didn't he? Should have told him he was somebody else.
Byron Donald to be our next governor. It's also my honor to introduce the representative who is here in the beach community, is Linda Cheney.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda Cheney, House District 61 State Representative. We are in the beautiful district of 61. Whenever you see Linda Cheney, Representative Linda Cheney's name on legislation or appropriations, these are the beautiful people and businesses you will be serving. So maybe a pinky promise that we get a yes, huh? Well, District 61 did take a tough hit, as all of the beaches did, but we have proven we're a resilient group, helping each other, getting back on our feet. At the state level, we made some changes to insurance and emergency recovery. Senator Zigley sponsored that bill. We have a ways to go. We're going to continue to build on that. And I appreciate that Congressman Donald is here for now the second time in under a month. right? So he's seeing what we need, he's seeing our challenges, and I'm confident that he's gonna support us. Every time I've met him and spoke with him, he has always asked, what do you need? How can we work together? How can I help you and the people in your district? So this is the kind of leader Florida needs, and this is the reason that I fully support Iron Bonds, and I ask you to help me.
Thank you, Representative Cheney. First, I want to welcome everybody here. I really want to congratulate the owners of counties. It was a short year and a half ago when Hurricane Lee came through this area, and you'll remember there was about 10 feet of sand on both sides of the road here. And when you're going through the initial days after a disaster like that, you really wonder if the community is going to be resilient enough to come back. If the owners are going to have the will to come back and rebuild. And those things here in Treasure Island and throughout the Great Pinellas County have all come true. So congratulations to Caddies on their rebuild. They just opened up here a couple of days ago. I also want to welcome my good friend, Congressman Byron Donalds, back to Pinellas County. As you see behind me, we have several elected leaders. There have been over 30 plus elected leaders at the federal, state, and local level that have given Congressman Donalds their full endorsement. Also want to welcome incredible Congresswoman Anna Polita Luna. Thank her for her leadership. And I can tell you the reason for these endorsements is very simple. It's easy to go around the state and tout about your experience and tout about this and tout about great. But it's about a vision. It's about a vision for what we're going to do for the great state of Florida. To build on the successes that we've had in the last 8, 16, 15, and 30 years of conservative leadership here in the third largest state in the country. Congressman Donalds, the next governor of the state of Florida, has that vision. He has that vision for the economy. He has a vision for education. He has a vision for higher education. He has a vision to make sure that the state legislature, myself and Representative Cheney included, that we're going to focus on infrastructure. We're going to focus on making sure that Florida is more affordable. We have to make sure that our seniors want to continue to retire here. We have to make sure that the folks who go to school here and go to college and grow up here, that they want to stay here and achieve the Florida and American dream. And there's only one candidate who's running for governor that's going to do that, and that is my good friend Byron Donalds. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to bring up, and he didn't say, not only the tax collector, but I think just as importantly, our GOP chairman, who puts all of this together and makes sure that our conservative candidates are successful every single November. Adam Ross, come back up.
Well, hello again. It's also a great honor to introduce, honestly, a Pinellas County elected official that really needs no introduction. Whether it's fighting to stop stock trading in Congress or to get real ID passed around this nation, none other than our fighter, Anna Polita Luna.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, it's so much nicer to be here than in Washington, D.C. So I'm very happy to see all of you. But you know, when the governor's race started coming up and Byron put his name in the hat, I automatically knew, first of all, I've seen him negotiate and operate behind the scenes, and I know who Byron is. I know that when it comes to putting veterans first, something that's a cause and an issue so important to many of us, I know that he's there with us. When it comes to putting parental rights first, I know that he's there with us. And I say that because could you believe that people in Washington, D.C. could try to push transgender surgery for children? I know, they went, you know what, some Republicans go for, but not Byron. When it comes to ensuring that people are being fed healthy food, aka the MAHA initiative, getting rid of the red dye 40s and all these things that are making people sick, I know that Byron's with us. But more importantly, when it comes to ending government corruption, Byron's with us. Some of you might know for the last week or so, I personally helped to start the movement to expel 3 members of Congress that were guilty of, thank you, that were guilty of stealing $5 million in FEMA funds, something that's so incredibly important to many Floridians. But also to get rid of people that were going after and taking advantage of their office, going after women specifically. And I knew that I had Byron's support, which is why these people, instead of getting expelled, they decided to resign from office. And so when I ask you to back Byron, I know that you're not just with us because you know that the president supports him, but you genuinely know that he's going to fight for us in Tallahassee. So without further ado, I would like to endorse Adrian Trump for future governor and my good friend,
No kiss for you. Ross, I don't know, they boo you as tax collector, Adam. When they cheer for you as chairman of Vanilla REC, so I don't know which one we're doing. First of all, it's really good to be with everybody. Thanks so much for coming here. My colleague in Congress, I know she's got
push it. We got
this
plenty.
here in Congress, essential sort of things. Everybody give it up for Anna. Let me start here. A couple things. One, Florida is the best state in the country. That's never going to change. Number two, Caddies, congratulations on being back open. I will tell you, down in Southwest Florida, where I live, we've done with Hurricane Ian more than 3 years ago. And it was listening to what we were having to deal with here, same story. Same story. Sand as far as you can see, destruction everywhere, and you're trying to find ways to just get by. One thing we know about the people of Florida is that when disaster strikes, we all just step forward and do what needs to be done to get back on our feet. That's what we do. Having been through a lot of storm recovery myself in Southwest Florida, we were doing everything from making sure that our businesses could actually get to their front door. I remember one story in particular, we had a food distribution nonprofit center that was just off of Fort Myers Beach, and she had no power. She had parachutes. So we were on the phone working with different people trying to get a refrigerated truck. Got the truck the next day. We went back to the food bank. We were helping to get the stuff out of their refrigerators that had no power into the refrigerated truck to make sure that you can take care of the people that were eating. When the chips are down, Meridian stands together. And we are going to continue to do that. That's what allows me to rebuild and rebuild here in Treasure Island, rebuild here in Caddies. And we're going to continue to do that in the great state of Florida. Well, let's talk about insurance. I spent 17 years of my career in banking, insurance, and financial services. Before politics, before Fox News, I worked in the business world. That's where I cut my teeth. In Florida, we want to have one basic, simple principle. When you buy your insurance, that insurance carrier is not just there to collect the premiums. They are there with you through the storm. They are there with you through the rebuild, and that they help you get back on your feet efficiently. Today we are announcing our insurance scorecard initiative. The insurance scorecard will have insurance companies compete in plain sight. Florida will be the first state in the nation that brings together price, claims, and insurance performance data in a single, easy-to-use comparison tool. Now, we currently have a price comparison tool in our state. I actually messed with it last night. It's terrible. It doesn't work. You can see prices, but that's all you can see. What consumers want to know is, as long as I'm paying you, how long does it take for you to process claims? How do you actually operate when storms come through? Are you going to be there with me to help you? This is what we want our new and improved insurance scorecard to represent. It gives the consumer the upper hand when they're going out to buy the insurance that they need. And our system of government here in Florida, Governor DeSantis, who, by the way, has done a great job for the United States. He's done a great job. And the legislature, a lot of them behind me, Representative Brumfield is here with us today, along with Linda Cheney. You already know about the city. You already know about that part of this. But they did a great job holding the trial lawyers accountable and reforming court in our state. We are seeing right now, today in Florida, auto insurance prices are down 7.5% in our state today, year over year. We anticipate those rates are gonna come down even more. Property insurance, homeowners insurance, we've already seen that market stabilize in our state because of those tort reforms. We have more carriers in our state. When I get asked about tort reform in Florida, I am very clear. We are going to keep the governor's tort reform, the stuff that the legislature worked on, we are going to keep that in place because we have to have a stable insurance market for the people of Florida to be able to buy the insurance they need. But what we are also going to do is we are going to make sure that insurance companies are healthy. We are going to be transparent with the information when we go to buy these policies about how these insurance companies perform. What have they been doing when it comes to increases? What have they been doing when it comes to denials? When you go to buy a car, you go buy a house, or you go to go buy a piece of clothing, you want to compare prices, you want to compare quality, and it's important to do that. There is no reason why you don't have the ability to compete on price and quality when it comes to insurance. Because look, in our country, we just want to get what we pay for. As long as I'm getting what I pay for, I'm happy. I can deal with the costs because I know that whoever I'm buying a service from is going to be with me, no pun intended, through this month. And our insurance scorecard policy is going to make sure that you're already all the information to go to buy insurance, whether it's property and casualty or auto insurance. That when disaster strikes, you have more. Going forward, we're going to be announcing some more policies and how we actually go. I'll give you a quick one. If you're rebuilding your home post-war and you're rebuilding the same home, why is it taking forever to get?
Right on the edge.
Just like that. You should be all day. So what we want to do is make sure that we're addressing all aspects of insurance that it takes to recover from storms. I've lived with them in Southwest Florida. I know you've lived with them here in Treasure Island. We want to make sure that Florida's government is efficient and responsive to what you need, not just when the sun is shining. And the sun is shining, but also when the storms come. So God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, love to answer them from the press. Any press questions anywhere? Bueller?
Bueller.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. We're gonna come meet everybody. Take care. Have a great time. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.